It's Saturday morning. It's the 5 and 5 or the 7 on 7 because we're doing home run props now. It's Tony, it's Dave. For the first time, I think, Dave, on the 7 on 7 or the 5 on 5, whatever you want to call it, we give you the quickest information in DFS on a weekend. Everybody's busy on the weekend. Nobody got time for that, right? Nobody got time for 1 hour stream. So we give everything we can in 5 to 7 minutes. So, Dave, right off the bat, now this is for the night slate. So everybody knows night slate, 11 games, starts at 7. Weekends get a little weird, but Dave, who we going with for the ace of slate?
Tone, I'm going Brandon Woodruff. I got this little theory with Woodruff when we've talked about it before. When he's home, he's almost an auto play. On the road, we got to do a little more research. While he's home tomorrow, Cubs, look at his home ERA, 2.51 versus a 4.34 on the road. He's had no less than 5 Ks in his 8 starts at home, averages 7.5, in fact, Ks at home. Chicago, 25th batting average, 27th with 26 one-run created plus. In the last 10 days, they're on the way down. Woodruff up. He's my one.
Under 10 grand for me for Woodruff is a really nice play. And honestly, Yu Darvish at 10-4, he could be the best pitcher in the world. But I'm telling you, there's some bad juju going on out there in San Diego. I want nothing to do with that team right now.
No, I agree. And Yu's funny. He's like one of those guys that if you're playing him almost blind. Because I'm telling you, I can't trust him. When the numbers say he's good, he stinks it up. When they say he's bad, he lights it up. I can't.
It's like Jason with home run props, but he's gonna like that one. I'm not cutting that out either. So Dave, always as we talk about value pitchers, is there somebody on this 11 card slate that we can look at and say, you know what, this guy might be low owned and he might offer some value to everybody?
He's 8,800, but I think Jordan Montgomery could be low owned just because it's Braves mash lefties. But look at Montgomery since he's come to St. Louis, 0.35 ERA, 4 starts, 1 earned run. Last game out, complete game shutout against those Cubs who were fading already. I like him. And then if you have to go even a little lower, keep an eye on Eduardo Rodriguez at the 7,200 range. Texas really doesn't scare anybody. Rodriguez, take out one stinker, has 7 straight DK games above 10 points, averaging about 17 in those starts. So those 2 lefties I kind of like as value and under-owned options.
I like the Rodriguez play. I was actually going to talk about him as one of my value plays as well. So we're on the right page with that. What about the bats? Who's going to be heating us up tonight on a Saturday?
I think Patrick Corbin's the worst pitcher in the major leagues. And he's not going tomorrow, right? But Dallas Keuchel's right there with him. They're if they had an arm wrestling match, I just think they stay in the middle. And the fact of the matter is because he's going even versus a bad Detroit team, they got to be one of the stacks we think again about. So Detroit's in play for me. There's a couple bats bias as always. Riley Green up top. We always like Tone. But then if you really got it, this kills me. But the other 2 real valuable ones look like the New York teams. Oilers stinks from the A's, so the Yanks are in play. And Freeland on the road, decent, better, but the Mets hit lefties pretty well. So those are the other 2 stacks. Tigers, Mets, Yankees. I'm going to try and balance them out.
And you mentioned about the Mets, mash and lefties and Freeland, and that's why I'm going to give my first home run prop. I went with him a couple nights ago. I'm going to go with him again, and that's going to be Starling Marte. Now, again, Marte has not hit a home run since August 17th. But at that time, we didn't get 2 of them. But here's the thing I look at. I don't look at when he's gone long. I look at what he's done in the hit market. And he has 5 hits in 4 games. He's hitting the ball. He's squaring the ball up. So I expect a home run from Starling Marte. Dave, are you ready to dive into your first home run prop?
I will. We talked lefties, and I'm going to take a hitter that's just known to mash lefties, similar to what you're talking about with Marte there. I'm going Andrew McCutchen. Every time I turn on the TV, he starts against a lefty, and he's doing some damage. I watched a game against Heaney a week and a half ago, and he puts 2 out to center field. He's got 14 on the year in limited action, and tomorrow he faces Drew Smiley from the Cubs. So I like Andrew McCutchen as a home run prop on my end.
Oh, I like that. I like McCutchen, the veteran, and listen, how can you not like Kutch, man? He's just all that time he spent, in Pittsburgh. Luckily, he got to go play in New York for a little bit. He got some quality time here in Philly, and now unfortunately he's on a Milwaukee team that just can't hit anymore. So hopefully he can boost them up a little bit and help them out as long as we stay above them in a wild card. But that's the main point. I'll go with my second one, and I'm going to attack Mr. Palio Espino, okay? And I don't know if I'm saying that right. I forget exactly how to announce it, but I watched him pitch against the Phillies, and we completely obliterated him. And he has a heater streak, man, where he gave up Okay, you ready for this? Where he gave up 9 home runs in 4 games. And I am telling you right now, one thing, even though it's in Washington, Cincinnati can still go long. Right. So I'm going to go with Jonathan India. I know he's not that. I like to get Jigsaw crazy a little bit. He's probably going to be about plus 500, plus 600. That's okay. I really like the long ball from India. So, Dave, you're up, man. Number 2 home run prop. What do you got?
I like it. I mean, since he woke up tonight, he had a couple big hits. So, and when they left Philly, they had, I think the last game here, 3 solo shots. So, they can, when they squared up, they got some big bats, long bats. So I like that pick. Listen, there were a couple. I was going back and forth. I was hoping, but the Phillies obviously play during the day to ride your Harper.
I know, man. I know.
In the end, I looked at Adam Euler from the Oakland A's, really bad pitcher. Well, one of the things we think Judge is an autoplay. I've only played him once this year and got lucky and hit with him, but I'm actually going to go with Stanton. Stanton came back off, injury list, had a couple good hits the other night. He's bringing some energy back into that lineup. I like Giancarlo Stanton to take one deep tomorrow night. The Yankees bats are finally starting to hit, and when they hit, we got to follow.
Yes, we really do, man. When they're on, they are on. I mean, they went through a rough stretch for a while, but it looks like they're starting to heat up again, and they're back. So that is your 7-on-7, we're going to call it, even though it's 5-5, because that's when we start. We're going to continue to brand until we redo it. But right now, it's 7-on-7. It's Tony, it's Dave. It's Win Daily Sports. Win 22 for your free month of goal. WinDailySports.com. Everybody have a fantastic Saturday. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy your tickets, and make sure it's profitable.